What if there was a pickup truck that could out-accelerate a Ferrari or Porsche? That was the GMC Syclone, a turbocharged beast that defied all expectations. As the fastest acceleration pickup for over 30 years, the impact of the Syclone is still felt in today's truck market. But despite its impressive performance, the Syclone quickly faded away to become a forgotten legend in the automotive world. So what happened? The GMC Syclone wasn't born in a boardroom, meticulously crafted by marketing strategists and whatnot. No, the truck became a thing thanks to the brilliance of the GME's engineering department. According to reports, the Syclone was a passion project by Kim Nielsen, who desperately wanted to see General Motors release a high-performance truck. But GM executives told him arranging a budget of $200 million for a vehicle that would take 7 years to produce was impossible. Not ready to back down, Nielsen sent his proposal to both ASC/McLaren and Production Automotive Services, also known as PAS, to see if they were interested. Ultimately, PAS showed a better production plan to get the job done and won the contract, and with that, we got to see one of the best trucks ever made. For Nielsen and PAS, the plan was not to build just any durable truck. They wanted speed, power, and durability. And here's how they achieved it. Building the fastest truck in the world in 1991 wasn't a simple task. In today's market, it's so easy to overlook the efforts it took to craft the brilliant Ram TRX or the brutish Ford Raptor because there's just an incredible number of performance trucks on the market. Back in 1991, to achieve the desired result, the legendary Buick Grand National was scavenged for parts and other design ideas. Under the hood was the powerful 4.3-liter turbocharged V6 engine that cranked 280 ponies and 350 pound-feet of torque without breaking a sweat, coupled with a Borg-Warner all-wheel drive setup, which was a rarity for trucks at the time, to ensure maximum traction and grip. Going from 0 to 60 miles per hour only took the Syclone 4.3 seconds, meaning it can keep up with even the so-called sports cars without any hassle. In 1991, GMC pitted the Syclone against a Ferrari 348 TS in a quarter-mile race, which the truck won seamlessly. For more interesting automobile content like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, here's a really cool fact. General Motors almost equipped the Syclone with the same engine the Buick Grand National car got. But for whatever reason, the company decided to go the turbocharged V6 engine way, which delivered more power than the 3.8-liter V6 turbocharged engine of the Buick Grand National. With a remarkable 65% of total torque reaching the Syclone's rear wheels, covering a quarter mile in the truck only took 14.1 seconds. The truck recorded a top speed of 124 miles per hour, which was ridiculous for a pickup truck at the time. In today's market, the speed and remarkable performance of the GMC Syclone means it can still hold up pretty well. Only a 4-speed automatic transmission setup was available for the truck, although it later received a twin in the form of an SUV called the Typhoon. So where did it all go wrong? When the Syclone finally left the production line in 1991, it didn't disappoint. It was a force of nature, even as its sleek, aerodynamic lines and blacked-out exterior gave it a remarkably meek look. And while the GMC Syclone remains a massive reason the performance truck market developed into a booming industry, the truck wasn't without its fault. One of the biggest reasons demand for the Syclone never took off was its bad off-road performance. On the road, the Syclone had no match in the pickup truck market. However, one of the superpowers of pickup trucks is their ability to handle off-road terrains in a rugged manner. In today's market, trucks that are better on roads and terrible in off-road conditions are now clearly indicated for customers to know what they were getting into. In 1991, every pickup was expected to handle medium and hardcore off-roading without breaking down. Unfortunately, speed can only take you so much in off-road terrains. After many Syclones broke down from trying to weather the abuse of off-road conditions, GM ended up sending a warning notice to the public on why the Syclone was never developed for off-road environment. While the Syclone boasted a luxurious interior and impressive technology for its time, it lacked the fundamental utility that truck owners expected. Its payload capacity was a measly 500 pounds, barely enough to haul a few bags of groceries, let alone a load of lumber or construction equipment. Even with the truck's suspension tuned for on-road performance, the towing capacity of the truck was set to 2,000 pounds, which unfortunately contributed to sales tanking. Being a one-trick pony isn't the end of the world, but a truck that can't tow or carry heavy cargo was always destined to fail. In the end, GMC failed to reconcile its high-performance truck expectations with the practical realities of a truck owner. The release of the GMC Syclone coincided with the 8 months 1990 to 91 recession in the United States and most of the Western world. The downturn of the economy was so severe during the 8 months that new car sales sharply declined and automakers were forced to lay off workers and cut back their production capacity. To keep the industry going, the U.S. government set up loans to keep struggling automakers in business as well as support the livelihood of American citizens. The implication? Most gearheads and truck lovers who would otherwise have been interested in trying out a GMC performance truck were prioritizing what they bought with their money. And when it came down to it, the Syclone was never a practical buy. GMC did a lot of things right with the Syclone, but marketing wasn't one of them. With the price tag of the truck already set at $25,970, which is around $50,000 today, GMC only focused on marketing the truck as a speed freak and not as a complete truck package. This was wrong for 2 reasons. Firstly, at that price tag, the truck was the most expensive truck on the market. It was even more expensive than Chevrolet's S10 truck, which at the time was very sought after. Secondly, GMC forgot the 1991 Syclone was still a truck after all. The company went as far as tagging the truck as a Porsche 911 that really hauls, which wasn't the best idea. Because why would anyone buy a truck to experience speed when there were similar options in the performance car industry? Also, GMC had no plans in place to produce the truck on a large scale, which ended up being a curse and blessing in disguise. At the time, GMC cited the high cost of production, limited the number of performance trucks it could produce. Not surprising since manufacturing industries were only just recovering from the recession. Essentially, only 2,995 units of the pickup left the assembly line, with 3 extra units produced in 1992. Despite that, the truck was not exclusively sold in the American market. 113 of the 2,995 Syclones ever produced received a red paint job, unlike the default sleek black color the majority of them came in. The red Syclones also received unique features like Boyd Coddington wheels, a Momo steering wheel, leather seats, and even a removable roof panel. This exclusive edition of the truck was sent to the Middle East market. Following the impact of the 1991 Syclone trucks, long-term aftermarket Chevy partners, SVE short for Specialty Vehicle Engineering, approached GMC with a proposal to secure the Syclone license. This essentially led to SVE reviving the legendary nameplate for 2 more years in 2019 and 2020. To do this, the company set up a package offering that turns the stock GMC Canyon into a Syclone truck. The package included supercharging the Canyon to deliver 455 horsepower and 425 pound-feet of torque to capture the same terrific performance of the original Syclone and other performance upgrades, including sports suspension, rear anti-roll bar for better off-road performance, among others. Today, the Syclone remains one of the most sought-after classics in the market. The limited number and the impressive performance over 30 years since its debut means it holds a special place in the heart of performance truck lovers. In the end, the GMC Syclone may have been a sales flop. Some would even argue it may have been ahead of its time. Whatever you think, the spirit of the Syclone lives on in the high-performance trucks that dominate the market today. And while it may never have reached its full potential, the Syclone's legacy as a trailblazer and a symbol of innovation is undeniable. If you found this story intriguing, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other automobile stories.